Hey everyone, I hope you are well. And I know I haven't been around and it's been a very long time since I've done a video. And I decided that I wanted to do just a reading because I have been actually watching and following along with all the political stuff just like everybody else. And I've been watching some of the other readers. And as when Trump announced that he had COVID and he was then sent to the hospital, and everybody started doing some readings, and a lot of the stuff that I was feeling they were saying. So I decided I was just going to do some cards and kind of see where my cards show, and I was wanting to share those with you. So before you see the cards that I have drawn, I've already done this. I've already pulled these cards, and I am using the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot, for those of you who are interested in knowing what deck this is. I also put in reversals in this one. So basically you shuffle the cards and then you reverse the cards and you just keep doing it until you're ready. And this is the spread that came out. So I wanted to share it with you and see what you guys think and see if what is going on with Trump is going on, because there's a lot of questions of whether he's telling the truth. Does he really have COVID? And let's see what the cards say. So this particular spread is usually my bigger spread because you have the Significator card for the whole entire reading. You have your past, you have your present, you have the challenges that are faced, you have the future outlook and the potential outcome. And then I also have what we call a shadow card. So I was just going to explain them all to you and let me know what you guys think. So the first question I obviously had was, okay, with Trump, the question was, does Trump have COVID? What is his health? Where is that going? So, and then how does that relate in the whole thing? So pretty much it's just like Trump, COVID, potentials. Where is it going? Where is it heading? What is the energy moving? Where is it going with him? So I wanted to kind of share that with you. So the first card that is drawn, which would be my Significator card, would be the Judgment card, and it is upright. So this is the Judgment card. So this is because this is a major arcana card, this is an outside energy that's coming upon him, and it is just pretty much saying that judgment has come. So whatever he has done, this is also, if you look at like the Witch's Tarot and different tarots, they use the judgment is not called judgment, it's called karma. So this would be a karma. So what he put out is what he got back. So he is now being judged upon. And it could mean that he has caught something. Okay. And this also is usually oftentimes like, rising to the occasion. It could be, is he going to rise to the occasion? What is going to happen? Now that he is afflicted with this and he has announced that he has COVID, will he rise to the occasion and follow the calling of what he is supposed to do as being a leader of the country? So, or this is judgment, being judged upon for what you have done, which is the karmic card. Okay, so let's look at the past. So we have these three cards. We have the Six of Swords, which is the journey, the troubled journey. So if he did he probably caught something, and it could be COVID, where it is the sickness is the troubled waters, right? And he is making it, and he's heading his way towards calmer shores, which would be health. Okay. And it is a difficult journey for him. And he is getting help, like the guy is steering the ship, so he's getting help from the doctors. So he did catch something, and he is now on this journey of trying to recover. So what did he catch? That will be determined. So the next card is the Temperance reversed. The Temperance reversed would be, the blending of things, the tempering. Did it temper his temper? Is he now more temperate? Well, this would say, ask for temperaments to be, to be, to be patient, to calm yourself. Don't get so temperamental. And the being reversed means that he probably isn't. He's not tempering his temper. But also it could also mean that he has been it's really interesting. It's like, because they announced that he was given some experimental drug. Now, this could mean that he has been given an experimental drug, because you see the blending of the the blending of the elements here of water, so creating something. He could have been given it, but then this would also mean that it's not really working. Or is that he was not given it and there somebody is not telling the truth, which would bring into the high priestess, which is reversed. So this is the trying to keep things close to the chest. This is the internal, mental, emotional drama that you're going through. It is about seeking internal enlightenment, but it also is secrets, right? And when it's reversed, it could very much be secrets revealed. So whatever is being held back, information being held back, this stuff will eventually come out, or the words are coming out, or whatever is, there's conflicting information. So it could very much be the fact that the doctors keep coming, depending on which doctor it is, they can't give the same information. They're conflicting with each other. So the truth isn't being revealed, but it is going to eventually come out. Okay, so we have this difficult journey. So he caught something. We definitely know it. So is it the COVID? Was he given the experimental drug? If he was, it doesn't look like it's working very well, or it's not going to work as expected, as planned. They are trying to hang on to some information. They're not revealing all the information. So that is kind of where we're sitting at in the past, right? So when we're looking at the present, we have these three cards. So you have the Ten of Swords. So it is an end. It is an end at your own hands. This is kind of like surprise. This is kind of like being stabbed in the back. Like something came unexpected. And with the COVID, he probably was, kind of flippant about it. He definitely was flippant about it. He just, he just didn't care. He didn't take precautions and stuff like that. So he's kind of acting surprised that he caught COVID, if that is true, that he caught COVID. So then we also have the King of Swords. So it's kind of like the Judgment. And the way I kind of look at these cards, it's that he is kind of flanked by Judgment. He is flanked by the universal, right? The universal energies, the karmic energies. And he's flanked by, being judged by the populace, judged by the people. And these are active energies. So this is, justice. So some people would look at that as justice being handed for all the things that he's done, for all the people that have perished underneath him, as he was downplaying the severity of the situation. So this could very much be that, which then comes into play with the celebration. Celebration, this card for me has two different meanings. It is upright, so it means there is celebration. It could very well be that the people, he's finding that there are people who are celebrating that he's sick, and that doesn't make him happy, which we will see later on in the future. So he's definitely not pleased with people celebrating. So he really needs the affirmations. So he will go out to his supporters, probably like he did with the little caravan trick today when he went out, and drove around the hospital waving to his fan base, that he is now portraying that he's okay. Everything's going to be fine. He's going to be fine. It's news to celebrate. I'm getting better. I'm feeling better. I'm going to be out of here by Monday, tomorrow. So this is also him putting out the fact that he is okay, but it's also people looking at him and probably celebrating that he got sick, because they see karma. They see that you reap what you sow. So he's kind of in that situation a little bit. So what are the challenges that he is faced with, right? So when we look at the challenge section, you have these three cards. So we have the challenges that he's being faced is the Ace of Cups upright, which would mean that it's trying to get out the good word. Getting the good word out that, he's fine. So, but yet we have this feeling that we're not being told the truth. So getting what the message that he wants out is very, very troubling, and is not happening very well. The second card is the Nine of Wands reversed. So this is the battle weary card. I mean, he is battle weary. I mean, they've been beaten up. It's, he's nearing the end of the line, but he suffered a blow. Okay. He suffered a blow, a 10 of Swords, an end. And it kind of came as a surprise because everything, all of his plans that were going forward has suddenly come to an end. So this is a card that would probably say, usually it's like if it was upright, it's like, okay, keep going. You may be battle weary, but just keep going. You'll get to the finish line. When it's reversed, it could very well mean that you're not going to make to the finish line. So that is a challenge. So it means making new plans. Right? Which then you come into the Queen of Pentacles. To get new plans going, it's the nurturing. It's the nurturing and creating and planning in order to create something new, to get something going again. So all the momentum that he probably had, because before the Nine of Wands is the Eight of Wands, which is the motion card, everything's in motion. All of that came to a screeching halt with the Ten of Swords on him, which is where it is right now. It's trying to scramble and create new plans. So, but if you're looking at it from a health perspective, okay? When you're looking at it from a health perspective, you have this Ace of Cups. This Ace of Cups would be the emotions, and the emotions are probably for the heart, within the heart area. So the challenge would be perhaps in the thing is that if he does have COVID, the COVID could really affect his heart, okay? But then if you look at, and also right here, which would mean that he's not going to get over this as quickly as possible. I mean, it's not like it's going to be over with. I mean, so this tells me there's going to be more long-term issues that's going to happen in his health. And then when you have the Queen of Pentacles, that's more of the nurturing, the whole, physical aspect of yourself. So it's probably, and because it's also the Queen, it's more internal, emotional. So I think this is really, this is going to have an effect on him probably internally. It could very well be that this thing is really kind of ravaging his body in some ways. And it may not be just COVID. It could be his lifestyle, his eating habits. It could be a lot of things that could go with his, that could affect his heart. It could be the high blood pressure. It could be his head. Okay, because Will talked about, where the head is, because that's going to come up here in the future. So he's got a lot of challenges, but if you're looking at health-wise, this is not something he's just going to get over right away. He can say he's okay, but physically he's going to be struggling. So if it is COVID, he's not getting over it, but these could also be more long-term issues due to his health, his weight, high blood pressure, mental situations. This really doesn't show challenges in the mental area because it's more of like the physical body, and then the emotions. He's going to be having troubles with keeping his emotions under control. Okay. So let's look at the potential outcome here. The outlook here shows that it is the Tower reversed. And the Tower reversed tells me that his Tower moment had occurred. It already occurred. So when you're looking here, this is the Tower moment. This whole area is the Tower moment. So what is it? So he's enduring that his entire scheme, the entire plan has crumbled. Everything has to be rebuilt. It needs to regather, reformulate a brand new plan. They need to get things going again. But the thing is that can you rebuild it without building a solid foundation? Are you just going to build it on the foundation of these crumbles? Because it's not going to be strong. You're not going to have a strong foundation if you just try to rebuild hastily without a solid foundation. But time is of an essence, okay? Because we are only a month to the elections, so they don't have much time. And because of this, we have the King of Wands reversed, which means this is not a guy you want to be hanging out with, because he is very fiery in temper. He's angry, he's hot-headed, he's yelling at people. This guy is not a fun person to be around. He's blaming everybody because, they're not doing their job. This guy is irritable to be around. So, I mean, when you're having this King of Wands upright, this King of Wands is he's a good person that would, gather the group and help everybody, galvanize them, have very positive outlook. He's encouraging, he's optimistic, and people like working under him. But when this king is reversed like it is here, it's the exact opposite. This guy is very fiery tempered, hot-headed, just downright just a mean person. And you have the 9 of Swords upright, which means this is worrisome for him. This is worrisome for so many reasons. Now, if we're looking at the health-wise, you have this in conjunct with all of this, right? When you have all of with the health situation going on, plus his political situation crumbling down around him, he's going to be definitely worried. But, he's going to try his best to hang on and give out this positive message that everything is fine, everything's kosher, he's got it all under control. But he's really kind of just dealing with just so much trouble, and he's worried. Not only, so the guy I think is kind of a germaphobe a little bit. So this is being sick with COVID, which he knows is bad. It's really bad, especially for people of his age, and he's downplayed it. He pretended it's a nothing burger. So, this is actually worrying him. So that's kind of an issue for him. So then we have an outlook card, the outcome card, sorry. So the outcome card is the Ace of Wands reversed, which means whatever they're trying to restart, whatever he's trying to restart, it's not going to come to fruition. There's going to be something that's going to keep preventing some new things to come up. So it could very well be his health, because this is, new energy, new creative ideas, new outbursts, new getting the job done, new ideas to get the job done. And that's going to be a struggle. It doesn't look like it's going to be happening for him. Now, there is a shadow card. The shadow card, which is basically what happens is when you shuffle your deck and then you lay your cards and you flip it over, and you have the bottom card is often the shadow card. So the shadow card in this particular reading is the World, which means ends. So pretty much whatever his plans were up to the point of when he got sick, it's done. It's over with. All those plans have to be scrapped. He's not well. He can't necessarily go that, because he was at the rallies saying that, basically it affects nobody. Well, now he's infected or affected, and he can't say that anymore. Whatever the plans were, they were at an end. That is with the 10 of Swords. They're all done. And everything that they were going to do and strive for has crumbled and towered. And it's already done. It's already happened. And now they have to rebuild. So are they going to create a new foundation? Are they going to make something stable and strong to build upon? It doesn't really look like it, because, he's not really thinking soundly. His brain is not thinking soundly. And he's worried. And when he gets worried, he lashes out in anger. So I don't think they're going to be able to really come up with a new game plan to help him forward in his election. But when you're talking about his health is not going to make a turnaround very easy. So if you're asking, is he going to pass from this illness? It doesn't look like it. There's no death cards here. So I think he will make it through, but he is going to suffer probably some long-term, health issues, which he will have to take care of. And, because, what's right after the World? It's the Fool, which means it's a new journey. So he's going to have to make adjustments, do new things, take care of his health differently. He's going to have to, probably listen to some people through the doctors about what he needs to do for his health, change his diet in order to turn around his health outlook, because it doesn't look like if he continues on this same path, he's not going to get well easy. He's not going to get well quickly, but he does look like he has some long-term stuff. So I hope that makes sense to you guys. And it seems to me, and I know that some people say that a couple of the people that I've watched was talking about, like, well, maybe they had something with the heart, which is what COVID does. It does attack the heart as well as the lungs. Definitely lungs would be a part of it, but I see the heart, I see the whole body kind of being affected by whatever it is, but it doesn't necessarily tell me that he absolutely has COVID, but he definitely tells me he has some long-term health issues that's been with him for a while. And it definitely tells me that a lot of it is hidden, but it's going to come out. I don't necessarily, this was kind of telling me either he didn't get the medical concoction, the experimental drug, or if he did, it's not functioning as expected for him. So, but all that information will come out eventually, because you have the queen, the high priestess, upside down, which means the secrets that they're trying to hold on to will eventually be revealed. And you got some celebration. So this is either him trying to play off that he's totally fine, but it's also, the problem is probably a lot of people are celebrating that, karma, because they see the karma. That's just it. These people see that he's flanked by judgment with the King of Swords and the Judgment card. So people see that and they are making noise about that, and that makes him very irritable. And that's part of the reasons why he's dealing with the Tower. So there's a lot of things that's going on with him. So anyways, I hope you enjoyed this reading, and I will hopefully be able to come back and chat with you all soon. We'll talk to you later. Thanks. Bye.